In example 2, based on the information in the diagram below, we're going to write a congruency statement. So if we look at the two triangles here in red, we can see that they look to be congruent. All of the sides have the same length and the measures of the angles are the same. We need to be very careful though when we're writing a congruency statement. We need to make sure that the corresponding vertices are in the same location when we write this, and I'll show you what I mean here in a few seconds. So let's write this triangle as GEF, and the first one here actually doesn't matter how you write or how you name the triangle. We want to use our congruent symbol, and the second one though is going to matter big time. G here is a right angle, so we're going to list W, which is the corresponding angle in this triangle. Notice we wouldn't want to list X or V first because X or V does not correspond to this angle measure. So G has to have the same angle measure as W. E has an angle measure of 55 and so does V, so we'll write V next. And then of course X would come after that. You can verify that by looking at X, it's 35 degrees. And F is 35, and they're in the same relative position, in the third position here. This also works for line segments. So if we have EF here, that should be congruent to VX. So EF is 33, and VX is also 33. So we're good to go. As we look at part B, we can see that these two triangles here, they all have the same angle measures, and the side lengths are exactly the same, so they're congruent. So when we write our congruency statement, we'll maybe choose DEC. Again, the first one doesn't matter too much with what you pick, but we do need to choose good letters for the next one to make sure in the corresponding location. So D has an angle measure of 23. We got to pick I here to start off this triangle. We've got E next, which is 67, so K, which is 67, and this triangle needs to come next. And then J will come next here, and J is 90, and C also in the last position would be 90 degrees. We've got one more part of this one, part C. And we're gonna write the congruency statement with these two rectangles here. So one that you could possibly write would be F, I, H, G, and we can go clockwise or counterclockwise, but we wouldn't want to skip around. We wouldn't want to go F, H, I, and then G. That wouldn't be good. So let's take a look at F, I here. We've listed F and I as our first. And so RS here, or in this case it's a rectangle, so it could be QP as well. But let's list RS as our first two letters. So if we list RS first, then we could list, let's see here, or maybe we should go SR. That would make sense, right? FIH. So let's go SR, and then we're going to continue this direction to Q and then P next. And you can see RQ here would have the same length as IH. So we've got ourselves a nice congruency statement.